Okay, maybe fifth time's a charm I can get this video recorded. Between motorcycles, people yelling, and cars starting up, and a concert next door. Anyways. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel of DNA Adventures. A few videos ago, we posted a video of her WRX. So it's basically a compilation of videos, compilation. Basically, it was a bunch of videos compiled together, explaining basically the story of the car that since we've had it. So when we got it, what we've done, what we plan on doing in the future of it. So basically, this video is going to be the same thing, only it's going to be on the truck. So starting last fall, this is going to be a compilation of videos, basically beginning with me last fall ripping it down, going down to bare block, cleaning everything, painting everything, putting studs in it and all the new parts. So basically this video here is going to be a complete history of the truck, basically starting last fall. If you like diesels, if you like 6 liters, if you want to learn about some 6-liter stuff, that's cool. The video is about 20 minutes long. It's kind of jumpy, yes, because it's a bunch of videos together, so I hope it all makes sense. So enjoy. So my project for this winter, since I'm pretty much done with the STI for now, is going to be tackling the truck. So I've had this truck about a year and a half, 2020. We were coming back from import face-off. I had a 95 6.5 turbo diesel in a 2500 Chevy. Not very powerful if you ever own a 6.5. So we were coming back, we were headed east, and the left rear tire, hub assembly, everything, decided it did not want to be part of our convoy anymore. So it took off. I'm going east at 70 miles an hour with the car behind me on a trailer. I'm going east at 70. The tire is going going east in the westbound lane at 70. Bounces across the road, ends up in a cornfield. So the 6.5, I had enough. It was milking me for money. So I got back, raid shopping on Marketplace. I found this. This is a 2003 and a half. The half is very important because it is a back half 03, so it didn't come with a 7.3, it come with a 6 liter. This is one of the first 6 liters to roll off the assembly line, and yes, it is the one with a lot of problems. If you own a 6 liter or know of 6 liter diesels, you know all the problems. It's got 135,000 miles on it, and I stole it from a guy, basically. This is before the used truck market went nuts. I pull the car with it, no problem. We have a 5th wheel camper that we pull, 30-footer. It pulls it like nothing. So I want to give you an update on the truck. I'm basically down to pulling the heads now, so everything is off of it. So working on my truck, I have to wear my JH Diesel hat, available at baldeagle.com, cletusmcfarland.com for all the merch. He doesn't know this yet, but we're going to be best friends in the future. So I really hope that turns out. I hope. So I want to give you an update on the truck. So let me get some lights here. Like I said, I apologize for the noise the camera is going to be making. So basically, all the way down, just about to basically pull the heads off. So I know I took some extra time, and I pulled a lot of things off that a lot of people don't pull off when they do head gaskets, but I am going to clean everything and make it pretty. Clean it, paint it, replace it if it needs it. So I come over here, this is all the parts. Intake, it is an 03, so it's got the cross member on the back. Turbo, not looking too bad. I am going to clean the vanes. If you have a 6 liter or no 6 liters, the turbo vanes on the back, sometime the back housing there, they get sooted up and they don't open. Basically a bunch of parts laying there, so nothing too major. I had a 6.5 turbo in a 95 Chevy before this, and you've heard me talk about that before. I upgraded to this. Like all this does is haul the car and the camper around. So if you want to follow this on Instagram, it's the_slow60. This thing's my baby. It's super clean. You could eat off the bottom. It ran great even before I tore it apart. A lot of people are like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But I don't want to be 2 hours from home on my way to a show and blow a head gasket. Even though I don't run it to hell, it's never seen above 2,500 RPM under a load. So, let me grab the light. Oh, dang it, come on. Alright, so right side, passenger side, pretty much ready to pull the head bolts out of it. So I'm able to pull the push rods and all the valve train off so I can pull the head. The left side, come on, light. Left side, haven't really started on yet. That's what I'm gonna tackle today. So pulled the oil cooler off. It's there in the center. I'm gonna check the part numbers on that to make sure it's a good one. It's not the OEM. And then I pulled the front cover off because it had a small coolant seep. I'm not taking any chances, so I just pulled that off. I pulled the low pressure oil pump off to check and make sure that was still good. No scoring on the gearing or anything. So that's basically where we stand. So tomorrow I'm going to come back and we are going to start pulling heads. Alright, welcome back. It is Wednesday, day dos. So today we're going to tackle the truck. Really got to get both heads off today, so tomorrow I can get those in the machine shop, get those resurfaced and inspected. Really hoping I don't have a head cracked. Shouldn't, because I didn't have a head gasket issue to begin with. So I'm really hoping both heads are good, because I really can't afford to buy a head right now. Today, me and you, we're going to do some trucking. So, yeah, let's go. Alright, so head bolts are loose and out, the ones that I can get out. Now we are about to start on the valve train. Remove the push rods and the rocker arms and the bridges off on the springs. So, yep, let's get to it. Torque to yield, baby. What a great idea, Ford. Actually, technically international. What a great idea. Alright, got the left side head off. Didn't fight too bad. The thing's freaking heavy, being cast, but wasn't too bad. I got the head completely broke down, so I'll show you that here in a second. But I'm gonna flip you around and show you the cylinders. But it still looks pretty good. I've got some stuff down there I have to blow out, but cross hatching still looks pretty good. I mean, it's only got 135,000 of easy miles. Myself and the previous owner took really good care of it, so that's a plus. So destroyed the head gasket. Get it off because it's stuck to the block and stuck to the head. So when I was lifting up, it kind of, well, there's the head gasket. Which the head gasket on the 6 liters is not the issue. They blow head gaskets, but the actual head gasket is not the issue. It's the head bolts. Right here is the main issue. These are torque to yield head bolts, and they actually stretch if you start running a lot of boost and get high temps. So here is the actual head. It's completely broke down except for valve springs and valves. So here you got the these are the rocker arms and the bridges for the valves going from the push rods. Here are the push rods, my patent pending great value push rod holder. And then you got the injectors and the glow plugs. They're a little carboned up. I'm going to probably gently clean the tips. Let me get the glow plug harness, and here is the rail, the oil rail that goes to the injectors. Exhaust manifold, believe it or not, I had to Google it actually. Ford didn't put exhaust manifold gaskets on when they assembled it at the factory. When you take the manifold off, it's recommended you put manifold gaskets on, because the mating service isn't true anymore. But I found that kind of interesting, because I was trying to find the gasket with the screwdriver, and I'm like, oh, it's not here. All right, so left side, you're coming off right now. All right, I got the heater running, so I apologize if you can't hear me very well, but I wanted to show you what the assembled head looks like. I literally just took the valve cover off. So this is what it looks like. You see your injectors, your rocker arms, and your high pressure oil line and high pressure oil rail. All right, so I wanted to show you something real quick. I had to make this tool. This is Ford actually makes this, or Ford actually, you can buy this online, a special tool.
It's to disconnect that braided high pressure oil line from the standpipe. The standpipe is basically a metal pipe that goes down to the high pressure oil pump, which is underneath that cover right there. I'll be removing that to replace the gasket, but yeah, so you have to get under there, and it's a little thing. You put it under there and you have to pull up on a tab. They actually make this tool you could buy on like Amazon or something, but I just figured I'd make it, save me some time. So all right, remove the high pressure oil rail and the standpipe crossover, that braided line. Next, I'm going to start removing head bolts, and then I'm going to get the rocker arms and the bridges, and then pull the injectors. Then we can pull the head off. All the head bolts are loose and ready to come out. Just like the other side, that back head bolt on the bottom back there is going to give me some problems. This side hits the firewall, the other side hits the AC evaporator. So basically, as I lift the head out, that bolt has to come out with the head. I just really hope I remember to put the stud in when I go to put the heads back on. So remind me of that, don't forget. All right, so disassembling the second head on the left side, I got the rocker arms, bridges, and push rods out. Did have a little bit of an issue. I don't know how much you can see using my great value half and half push rod holder, patent pending. So you see a little bit right there. Yeah, it's really hard to see, maybe right there. So I had some damage to this push rod. Got to looking where they cast the block or the head. It looks like the push rod was actually wearing a groove into the head because of bad machining. I know the first 6 liters, or actually 6 liter in general, was a very rushed engine, but this is definitely a flaw in the actual casting of the head. So I'm gonna have to probably gonna upgrade to the 6.4 push rods. I know there a lot of people do that, or I may just buy one push rod. I don't know. So I'll see what the price difference is. Probably gonna be quite a bit. So yeah. So now injectors and head and glow plugs. But yeah, ready to pull the head. All right, injectors are loose and ready to come out. It takes on the 6 liter T40 Torx for the hold down bolts. So they are loose and ready to come out. A little advice, I guess if you want to take it, use it, whatever. When pulling injectors, I always do it by hand. A lot of people like to run the impact down in there and zing them out, but the hold down actually, when you loosen it up, actually pulls the injector up out of the hole, out of the injector cup itself. So you don't want to go in there, wring those out, because it could do some damage or something like that to the cup. Pull the cup out of place. The cup is what the injector sits down into the head. So, or you can damage injector, O-ring, stuff like that. So I always remove injectors by hand. That way you don't do any damage. I know the Volvo D13 that you guys see going down the road, the highways, actually has the same style setup. It's a half moon that wraps around the injector and holds the injector down. I've done several of those injectors and cups on Volvos. So a lot of the big trucks actually use this style of injector hold down. Second head is off. Looking at everything looks pretty good. I'll tell you one thing, this is you can see, this is one clean burning engine. There is no soot whatsoever on the piston. You can still see the frickin' piston numbers. You can a little bit. You see the numbers from the factory. I'll show you the heads. I cleaned them up the best I could. I'm hoping they don't have any cracks in them. I don't see anything, but the 2 holes right there, that's where your injector and your glow plug come down, and they tend to crack in between them 2 holes. I don't see anything, but it could be a minor crack that I can't see. So once they mill the head, they'll be able to see it a little bit better. Everything laid out. Got the injectors, rocker arms, everything. Whole entire valve train. So, and then you got that's the up pipe off the manifold of the turbo. I'm going to be getting a upgraded up pipe, and then I'll have to take my Bluetooth EGR off and put it on the new set of pipes. Alright, so that is the end of day 3. Got the heads off the truck, which is what my goal was. I cut myself pretty bad. So both heads are off. I'm going to be taking them to the machine shop probably Monday. They said they could have them done overnight, so I'll go back and hopefully, cross my fingers, start putting this back together before I leave for work travels. Yes! So, the machine shop just called. The heads are good on the truck, so that is a big relief. I literally just dropped them off this morning, and it's 1 o'clock, and he's got them done already. He freaking milled them and dunked them, so they're nice and clean. So that is a huge, huge relief. Alright, so just to break up the monotony of a Subaru and a 6-liter, I'm actually over here. I have to do a service on my dad's truck, semi. So I'm going to take you along for that and show you basically a time lapse, so nothing crazy. Happy New Year! It's actually New Year's Eve today, but you will be seeing this video in a year from now. Well, technically a year from now, because, you know. Get it? Jeez. We're out here in the middle of nowhere, and every time I go to record, a car drives by. So the footage you just saw was me doing a service on my dad's truck. While I was under there, found a pretty nasty oil leak. So today we're gonna fix that. Cleaned it all up and found it was the air oil separator that's mounted on the side of the block. This is a Volvo D13 engine. It is a 13-liter inline-6 diesel engine. It has about 465 horsepower and well over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. It just rolled over 800,000 miles. It holds 9 gallons of oil. We change that about every 20 to 25,000 miles depending on what he does. If he does more long haul, we let it go a little bit longer. If he does short runs, we change it sooner. In the video that you just seen, it's got 3 oil filters, 2 fuel filters, and 1 coolant filter that we change about every other service. And of course it's diesel oil, so it's black and stains everything. That's why I do it at that other shop where where I took the video, and I don't do it here because I don't want my floor getting all dirty. So lucky for me, it is about 60 degrees out on New Year's Eve. So I'm gonna get dirty. Well, hopefully not. I'm gonna change a gasket. This is a air oil separator off a D13 Volvo engine.
That's nasty.
It is absolutely disgusting, but hey, I found the problem. So, if you can see there is a little detour in the gasket. It's not even there. So, there's my problem. So if you can see down there, I doubt it because there's a shadow. That is where the air oil separator mounts. It's got a square gasket that mounts to the block and seals it. It is that nasty. I'm going to clean it up before I reinstall it with some gunk engine cleaner and degreaser multi-surface citrus spray. Hopefully that'll do the job. So I'm going to give you a little update on the truck. Lots of parts ordered. Lots of parts came in. I just have a few small things left to order. I guess they're really not small things because they're they're some of the most expensive stuff. I'm replacing all the steering components, so I'm going to order that all as a unit, so it's a little more pricey. But for now, yesterday we were able to sneak in here a little bit, and I got the high pressure oil pump cover cleaned and put back on. And mostly what I've been doing is cleaning, because right now it's so freaking cold in here that our little heater can't keep up, and it's really cold. So I'll just go through and show you some of the parts I went ahead and got. So we'll start off all new pulleys, belts. This is the blue spring for the fuel pressure. It supposedly already had that. When I took it apart, I did not see any blue spring, so just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and do that. exhaust tape or exhaust wrap, so I can wrap the down pipe and the up pipes. This is a belt tensioner. That's the empty box. Slide over here. From the previous video, I got all new push rods because you watched the video before. I had some bad push rod and scoring. I actually upgraded to the 6.4 push rods, which is recommended. All new gaskets, 2 new standpipes, oil or coolant overflow, or the coolant cap, new front and rear diff covers, new oil drain for the turbo. That's recommended by. That's actually an update from Ford. A cooler Mishimoto thermostat. I want to run a little bit cooler temps because most of the time I use this, it's hot, and I tow with it. Let's see, these are new exhaust manifold bolts, the washers and nuts for the studs. Right here is supposedly the fix for the 6 liters. A lot of people know that already. Never mind the bunch of O-rings there. So I've been mainly focusing on cleaning. So intake, rocker boxes, the oil cooler cover, and the front cover is over there. But mainly focusing on cleaning. It's been taking me a while. Actually, this is the oil cooler cover that I have to buy the update for, that comes on the 04 and newer 6 liters, because I want to replace the oil feed line to the turbo, and apparently Ford quit making that feed line, so I have to literally update this entire unit, I guess, the top cover of the oil cooler. About a month and a half ago was the first time I fired it after doing head studs. I just got done bulletproofing, per se, with some other questionable things that are still there. I didn't need studs, but I went ahead and did it anyway, because most of the time when you need studs, you end up cracking a head or something like that. So I just said, screw it, let's do it. Heads checked out great at the machine shop. Studs, everything was replaced. Every sensor, water pump, everything except like the front cover and the rotating assembly were replaced. The biggest thing that woke the truck up was I got a custom tune from Bless Performance. It is a tow tune, Eco Beast tow tune, Tow Boss tune, I believe what it's called. I know it's Eco Beast. I just put this tune. I just put this tune in, and I'm getting at least 19 miles a gallon empty with this truck. She's nice and clean now. I think we're going to change the oil filter, and we are going to hook up and head out of here.